Now then guys, I am the Top Man and we're back with building Bleakwood Falls. So I've said it again, building Bleakwood Falls, it's not wood, it's Bleakwind Falls. I keep saying it guys, got to apologise. I've already started this recording like 3 times and I've said it 3 times. I'm just going to carry on. I'm just going to carry on. So we've got here our next house, guys. Our next house, it's probably going to be the one that you guys are going to be thinking, oh, look at this. This looks, at this stage, you're thinking, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. So as we get further on with this build, you'll notice things start to slip, start to slide a little bit. That's because this is one of the most... well, I wouldn't say kind of challenging ones. This is one of the ones, one of the lots really, that's the easiest one. This is really just kind of everything shoved inside it. And you'll see it becomes more apparent later on. But as at the moment, I've just built the foundation, I've built the outside of the house. It's a very small house, and there's a reason for this. As you'll see as we go on further on in the Let's Build. And I'm back to my old style here, guys, of... commentating over it and doing it as a speed build. So I wanted to give something different to this house. I wanted to give something different to this type of this episode. And for me, what I thought was, you know what? I'm going to go for something totally different to what's on the street at the moment. I'm going to be absolutely totally different. And I've decided to go for a kind of an inventor that's going to be living here, and he's a hoarder, he's a kleptomaniac. You'll see it becomes more and more apparent as we go further on in this. So I'm afraid, you know, I've been away for a couple of weeks, and it seems to be that it might be the case of which I might be using, I might be doing episodes once every 2 weeks. I mean, if I get, you know, more time and stuff like that, then I would love to do it every week like I was doing it. But at the moment for me, time is a little bit short, and I'm finding myself busy with other projects and stuff like that, which is a shame because I really love this. I absolutely love doing this street so far, and I'm really looking forward to seeing where it goes in the future and what this particular house is going to look like once SimSugar's finished with it. Don't forget, guys, that I'm building the house. SimSugar is doing the interior of the house. You can see that on her channel. All the links are going to be in the description below. So I wasn't happy with the roof at this particular point, so I decided to go and try to make my own roof. Didn't go quite well for quite a few takes here because I just could not, for the life of me, get the size right. So I did that and I thought, whoa, that's like too big, and it was overhanging and stuff like that. So I thought, oh, well, I'll try that again. So I did it again, and I thought, oh, this doesn't look too bad. But then I overhung it on the other side instead. So then, of course, I eventually got it right. I don't think it was this one because I overhung it on the far side there as well. So, yeah, it didn't go very well, did this roof. But eventually, I got there to what I want it to be. I also lowered it there, guys. Now, I want to do the corrugated iron, and you'll see why as we go further on. I keep saying this, but you will see why as we go further along. I'm absolutely loving this lot. I really love this lot. Even when you see it finished and you think, why the hell would you like this lot? I love this lot. There's so much potential with a house like this that it's going to look, honestly, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Now, I wasn't going to say anything on camera, and I'm still not sure whether or not I'm going to be able to do something like this. But I've got an idea for a Sims series, because I mean the Elena one, I don't know whether I'm going to be carrying on with that one, to be quite honest. I really don't know whether I'm going to be carrying on with that one. I wasn't having that much fun with it as what I have been in the past with this Sims series of what I've been doing. I'm having tons of fun doing this series, and it's definitely something that I would love to keep up. So I've gone with an earthy green kind of texture on the outside of the house, which again, you'll see why as we get further on in this episode. But there's me trying to paint the terracing. Doesn't work like that. You can't paint terracing. You can paint foundations and you can put the little thing on there, but you can't paint terracing. So I've done the outside of the house and I've done the roof. It's all looking great. Now to move on to the actual balcony. So I'm looking for a particular type of wood, which I think I've found. And then I go into create a style. Now, I don't usually use create a style, especially for the outside of the house, but for this house in particular, it really needed that type of extra feel to this build. So as you can see, I'm putting some greens in there. I actually filled it full of green, but I'm not quite sure. Did I keep that? No, I think I actually went with a little bit of brown in there as well. As you can see from this one here, I went for a couple. There it is, that were brown, so it gives it that dirty kind of look. And also the door, I think I went to do next. I did. And the door, I did exactly the same, in exactly the same greens as well, so it would blend nicely into the house and the floor as well. But it give it that old kind of shitty looking texture. And apologies for dropping a swear word in there, but it needed it at that point. It definitely did need it at that point. And I've done the same with the railings and also with the stairs, as you'll see. But I wasn't ultimately happy with the stairs. I got it to the greeny kind of colour, but I wasn't kind of sure whether or not it looked properly. It looked like what I wanted it to look like. So in the end, I ended up changing it for the blacker kind of texture of the two, as you can see right here. And that's the one I ultimately stuck with. I'm still not sure on that. I'm really still not sure on that looking at it. But once that was done, guys, I could then concentrate on what I was going to do with the garden itself. So the garden, well, let me go out and say that this is going to be the scruffiest lot that you've ever come across. So instead of having a nice little path that's all lined and stuff like that, this is simply going to be a dirt path right from the street right up there to the doorstep. And there is my customary sunflower. There's always a customary sunflower to make sure that it is a tough man build. It is a tough man build when you see a sunflower by the steps. That is what I tend to like doing. And I also use a lot of the move objects on cheat. So here I am just going with a bit of light dirt to try and blend it in a little bit more. Ultimately, it really doesn't matter because of what I've done to the path after I've done that. Now I moved the trash can, bin in other words, closer to the door, and there's the move objects cheat. And I moved the mailbox closer to the door as well. I ended up putting the bin the other side, and I also went into create a style on the mailbox and made it the same kind of wood texture as what you can see pretty much all over the goddamn place, because I like that wood texture. It's pretty good. So I did that, and I turned it's the darker coloured wood for the stand, and for the mailbox itself, it's that greener coloured one, and it looks good. I think it looks good. It's a nice snazzy little mailbox. So there you are. That's that. Now moving on to the garden itself, and now this is usually an area where I love doing, and I love to make it nice and colourful, and have flower beds everywhere and stuff like that. But I wanted to go for a change. Guys. Now I've gone for these because these are the scruffiest looking plants that you'll ever see, and I don't understand. I see these in people's gardens, and I think, why the hell would you grow that in your garden? What the hell is wrong with you? I mean, it's horrible. It's a really, really scruffy looking plant. But either which way, you can see now I'm going all the way over, all around the lot. I mean literally all around the lot with these ranch weeds. As you can see, dotting them here, there and everywhere. Giving it that overgrown look. That's what it is, guys. Now I don't just stop with ranch weeds either. I go for the dried weeds. Where are they? Where are they? There they are, dry ranch weeds, just to give it that bit of extra texture, that extra colour. And of course I'm going over the path as well, so that it does give it that overgrown type of feel towards it there. And it's not just like a purposely cut through path of dirt. So as you can see, I'm overgrowing it all over the place. And then I got some brambles, I think, in the end. There's my customary sunflower. You know it's a tough man build when you see that on the steps there. And it took me forever to find the brambles. It took me really forever to try and find the brambles again. I was looking here and there and everywhere, and I really just could not find them. And eventually I did manage to find them. Where are they? Where are they? There's me. I'm looking through each and every single one, even looking through the trees, as if it's an actual tree, of course. Where is it? I can't remember where I ended up finding it in the end. There they are, brambles. So then, just to give it that little bit of extra texture, that bit of extra colour, and of course, look at how overgrown this garden is. And I went and did the similar kind of thing with the backyard as well, which I can't remember when do I do that? I'm not sure if it's now. No, it's definitely not now, because I went go into buy mode, and usually you don't see me in the buy mode, because if you see me in the buy mode, that's not necessarily my area of expertise. You know, I'm not usually one for putting in furniture or anything like that, so you don't usually see me in the buy mode. But here, I'm just putting some extra things in. You see me putting a bench down, a chair down, a couple of hay bales as well, just to add to the feel of the house, and also just as much crap as I could find. There's a pile of tyres there. There is also, further on down the line, I think there's a pile of cones, a couple of cones there as well, a couple of sets of that. Not that one. Just on the entrance there, just to see as if it's, you know, don't come in here, it's going to fall down any moment. It's not, but a couple of wheels there for good funnies, an old tractor, that in there as well. What else did I get in there? I got quite a lot of stuff, gotta say. It wasn't that I went with in the end. It was, in fact, one of the little windmills right on the corner of the lot, as you can see there. I think it really complements the house when you look at it fully at the end. And when you see it on XSim Sugar's her YouTube, you'll see that it's actually, the graphics wise, I can't show you graphics wise how good it could look, but her computer, you will be able to see it when she does the decoration and stuff like that. So you can see there, I've put a dumpster in there, and I'm looking for other things, but I think that's about it. That's all I put in there. There was, I didn't put that in. I know for a fact I didn't put that in. There's another cone, just for the funnies. And also, I managed to find, I didn't use that cone in the end, because I found a line of cones. Where were they? They were there, look. I found a line of cones, and I put them all over where the entrance should be. So I got rid of that cone, moved them over there, and then kept that as it is. So it looks like an old building site. It's a decrepit, old, derelict kind of building, and hopefully it looks like that. I don't know if the outside looks a little bit too clean. At the end, I did whip around the windows and coloured them in as well. So you can see me going around with brambles, and you can see me, when I zoom out, I would like to zoom out and get a good view at it, but unfortunately, because of my graphics settings, everything just seems to go like all horrible when it gets further and further out, so it all like disappears into itself. So there's a whole load more weeds to add into the equation there, and just getting the dry ranch bushes there, going around the house, making everything look much like what it does in the front of the garden. And eventually I do finish. There was one plant that I think that I added in the end. It wasn't a great huge amount of plants. You know, I didn't want too much colour. I wanted earthy, greeny, browny kind of colours for this one, because I wanted it to look scruffy. I wanted it to look dirty, and that's the colour palette that I gave myself. So here is a bush, would you believe? And I think I settled with, what was it? What did I settle with? I think it was the white flowers, if I remember right. Was it the white flowers? Oh, there's me adding in some more of that colour. It's not the yellow ones. It's not that. Was it the pinks? No, I want that. Where is it? What did I add in? I could swear it was white ones. Or was it the blue ones? Yeah, it was the blue ones. And then eventually I went around and... I did add some more flowers in as well. I went around and I added in some trees. Now, not your usual trees. These are the old dead kind of looking trees. And I really wanted to include it, you know, in with the flowers and that lot there. And there's one more in there as well. And a couple more on the front to really finish it all off. So here we have it, guys. This is the finished house. You can see the front there, all nice and lovely and overgrown. I love the touches of this house, guys. As you can see, there's another angle from the front of the house. It's all looking good. If you've enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like. But until next time, I've been the Top Man. Thanks very much for watching. Of course, stay safe.